This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 2586, The Real Reason Why You're Always Broke, by Jen Hayes of jenhayes.me, and I'm Justin Malik. Welcome back to our usual Sunday bonus episode, where I share an episode from one of the other podcasts in the Optimal Living Daily network, usually overlapping with the kinds of themes that come up here. Today's episode comes from Optimal Finance Daily. You can follow or subscribe to that show wherever you're hearing this, if you enjoy what you're about to hear. Hopefully you do. So with that, let's get right to the post and commentary from Diana as we optimize your life.
The Real Reason Why You're Always Broke, by Jen Hayes of jenhayes.me. I'm going to be broke for the rest of my life. Someone said this to me the other day. It was sad, but also a little frustrating. This person continuously makes bad choices and expects that somehow everything will work out fine anyway. While there certainly are some people who struggle financially because of bad luck, like a cancer diagnosis or a chronically ill child, most people can't make ends meet for one simple reason. You don't have a plan. Most Americans are not intentional with their money. They spend more than they earn and they rely on credit cards to get by. Soon they're drowning in debt payments and they feel like they'll always be broke. If you aren't a spender, maybe you don't spend more than you earn. Perhaps you break even each month. It's great that you aren't relying on credit cards, but you still never have any extra money to save. You're living paycheck to paycheck, so you can never get ahead. When you don't have a plan, you have no idea where your money is going and you spend haphazardly. This is a recipe for disaster. How much money do you spend each month on your bills, entertainment, eating out? If you aren't sure, or if you only have a vague idea, it's time to create a budget. You haven't created a budget. There is a common misconception that budgets are constricting, but the opposite is actually true. A budget gives you freedom. It gives you permission to spend, and it allows you to see where your money's going. Instead of being controlled by your money, now you can control it. Once you've regained control of your finances, you can start paying off debt, saving money, and getting your financial life together. This will help you to achieve financial freedom and finally reach your goals. You're not prepared for emergencies. Here's a scary statistic. The average American can't cover a $400 emergency without using a credit card. Medical bills, car or home repairs, or other emergencies can easily cost much more than $400. Dave Ramsey recommends setting aside $1,000 for emergencies while you're still in debt. This $1,000 keeps you from having to use credit cards. If your emergency costs more than $1,000, you can temporarily pause paying off debt while you cash flow the emergency. Once you're debt-free, Dave suggests saving 3 to 6 months of expenses. This will allow you to pay your bills in the event that you're laid off from your job or if you face a major emergency. This money will give you peace of mind, and again, it'll keep you from relying on credit cards and going back into debt. You don't save for big expenses. How did you prepare the last time you wanted to pay for a vacation or a new car? Did you take out a loan or use a credit card? What if you set aside a few $100s each month instead and saved up for your big purchase? The average car payment in the US is nearly $400 per month, yet most Americans say they can't afford to save a few $100s each month. Why not save $400 each month instead of paying it towards a loan? You overspend. If you spend more than you earn, you're going to end up in trouble financially. Living within your means is crucial if you want to stop feeling broke. Many people think that you need to spend money in order to have fun and enjoy life, but that simply isn't true. There are plenty of ways to have fun on a budget. If you're spending too much on things like groceries or online shopping, check out cashback websites and apps like Ibotta and Ebates. These sites are free to use and can help you to earn cash back on items you're going to purchase anyway. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You have too much debt. Maybe you have a budget and a sizable emergency fund, but you still feel broke all the time because you're drowning in debt. I've been there. When all your income has been eaten up by debt payments, you feel broke all the time. The best way to fix this problem is to pay off your debt as quickly as possible. To do this, you could try cutting back on major expenses by downsizing to a smaller home or getting a roommate or buying a less expensive car. Perhaps you'd prefer to increase your income by picking up a side hustle or two. If it's student loan debt you're struggling with, you could try refinancing your student loans at a lower interest rate. It doesn't really matter which method you use. What matters is that you're one step closer to becoming debt-free. You don't have to be broke forever. If you have a plan and you follow through with it, you can do it. Dave Ramsey's 7-step financial plan has helped millions of Americans to get out of debt. His book, The Total Money Makeover, completely changed my life. You don't have to be broke for the rest of your life. Create a plan, set a budget, and stick to it. Prepare for emergencies and large expenses. Stop overspending and start the debt snowball. You just listened to the post titled The Real Reason Why You're Always Broke by Jen Hayes of jenhayes.me. This post reminded me why financial independence really starts in your mind. If you believe you'll always be broke, you are less likely to take the actions necessary to improve your situation. But if you see it as fixable, you're empowered to take action. And action over time leads to healthy money habits. And healthy money habits over time create financial independence realities. The thing that helped me most when I was getting out of debt was starting with hyper awareness. I started tracking every dollar I spent. Once I was really clear on where my money was going, I was able to get creative on cutting spending and coming up with budgeting goals that I would track against. I learned how to be frugal, and now living below my means, saving and investing is a habit that I barely notice. Unless, of course, I'm celebrating watching my net worth grow from time to time. Well, that'll do it for today and another installment of Optimal Finance Daily. Have a happy Thursday. Thank you for being here every day and listening. And I'll see you here on the Friday show tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.